Hey, this is Angela Brooks from angelabrook.com, and this is Blogging for Profits podcast. And today I want to talk to you about why every entrepreneur needs to have a business mentor. You know, a lot of people think that they can just get a box of products, start a business, and everything's just going to flow into millions. And it just barely flows into a couple of $100 if you don't know what you're doing. You know, when I was a nurse in a hospital, when I was brand new, I was assigned to another person. I was assigned to a mentor, and I had to work with that person in my area for quite some time. It was, like almost a month to show me the ropes. They taught me how to fill out the correct documentation, the right method of taking over their medication cart, how to chart in the records the way they want it charted, the proper admission process, how to use their computers, and so much more stuff, how to interact with their type patients. That mentor spoke to me every day, every inch of the day, showing me what I needed to do so that I was doing it the way this hospital wanted it done. Otherwise, I was going to come in with another hospital's expectations and doing it my way. I would have stayed in trouble quite a lot because that's not what they wanted. So the right method in your business has to have some guidance and some guidelines. And, I needed guidance until I could work on my own, and I knew exactly what I needed to do. And then after several years of working at the hospital, I became a mentor so that I could show other new staff that was coming in what they needed to do. So they met our requirements, and we stayed working as a team instead of everybody frailing around trying to do things their own way. Now, don't get me wrong. When you're in your own business, absolutely, there's a lot of things that you can do your way, how you want it done, and you don't have to ask anybody's permission whatsoever. But there are a few things that is just across the board things you have to learn. Because when I joined my company and I started, learning about the essential oils, I knew nothing about the products. I didn't know anything about the compensation plan. I didn't really know how to enroll anybody or how to teach somebody else the simple things about the company that they needed to know. It took me some time to get in a groove that I could actually flow daily and knew exactly what I was doing. I had some mentorship, but not a lot. And so I had a lot of things that I had to figure out on my own. And, after being in nursing for so many years and used to somebody coming alongside of me going, hey, you need to do it like this. You had a supervisor, you had coworkers, and everybody was going, hey, if you do it like this, it's easier. And when you get into your own business, sometimes you don't have that. And it really makes things frustrating and it makes it hard. And a lot of people quit because they just simply cannot figure it out. There's a lot of things in network marketing. You do your own thing. And if you're a business gifted human, then you're probably not going to have as much trouble as some people. But there's some folks that are brand new into the business world, into network marketing, or working as their own quote unquote boss. If you don't have a little bit of knowledge behind you, it all sounds good. And, everybody fluffs about the big houses, the cars, the trips, and, they're making money while they're laid out on the beach, but they don't tell you how they got there. That's the part you don't see. And as the old cliche says, you're judging somebody's chapter 20 by your chapter 1. And until you get some knowledge behind you and you actually learn how to do some of these things, it seems ridiculous because you're not going to get any results and you're going, why are they getting results and I'm not? It's what they're not telling you and what you don't know that's hurting your business. So having a business mentor is so important that it just boggles me that some people think that they can just get a box and start on their own. Well, so-and-so did it, but you don't know what kind of experience they had behind them before they got started and took off like a gazelle. Because, when I joined the company, I didn't know anything. I mean, I literally knew nothing. I would read I was reading the labels and reading in a reference book on every single product that I use, trying to learn. And I'm like, good grief, how am I going to learn all of these different things? And instead of trying to learn it all, I broke it down and I focused on what I personally used, because that's the way I like to do my business. I only like to talk about things I use, because I just don't feel efficient when I talk about stuff that's not in my daily routine. I can give you the gist of it, I can give you the basics, but if I don't have the effects of my body or in my family, then I don't talk about it real well. And that's pretty much like everybody. It's easy to talk about what you know, and that's what I like to mentor and show people. I like to show the ropes to people, is talk about what you know, because that is easy flow conversation. If you're taking notes at all, you want to write that down, because so many people try to learn everything at one time, and they underestimate what a mentor in your business can do for your mindset. They will first, that'd be the first thing they're going to do, is pull you back, and they're going to say, focus on one or two products. If you've got 300 products in your company, how efficient do you think you're going to be talking about all of them? You're not. You can't be a teacher of all things. You can only teach what you know, what you've experienced, and what you've personally seen. Otherwise, it's just hearsay. And people are really tired of the hype and the billboard marketing, and they just want unique and real. And people, as a new business owner, underestimate what a business mentor can do for them. And the problem is, most people look at their checkbook looking for the answers, and your checkbook is what has gotten you to the point that you are right now. Whatever situation it is, whether you are in debt, out of debt, or just got your nose above water trying to stay above board, your checkbook has you in the position that you're in right now. And in order to change that, you've got to get around people that think differently, because you can't build a large business of any kind thinking like an employee. I would love to tell you that business is easy. I would love to tell you that you don't have to work, or that you don't have to talk to people, and you can get in for free, because that's stuff that we hear all the time, and it's disgusting. Because let me tell you, you can't get into a business with no funds, no, as we call it, no skin in the game. You've got to put some money on the table, because that's what motivates you to work, is like, oh, I got to get my money back. So when you learn to get around people that make you think differently, bigger, and you stop looking at your checkbook asking for permission, because your checkbook's always going to tell you no. But what you can learn from other people and being in a different surrounding, your mind shifts. Let me give you an example. I had a lady who wanted to get a business package, I don't know, for probably 6 months. And she kept talking about all the reasons she couldn't get this package. And there's always, I don't care who you are, there's always going to be things that'll come up that seems like roadblocks. And, those that look at those things as roadblocks are no longer focused on their vision or focused on their goal. But when you're with a mentor, they're showing you, they're going to guide you to the potential and the possibility of what you can do right where you're at. Now, I've been broke. I know exactly what that feels like, and I didn't like it. And I was going to do whatever it took to get out of that situation. This particular lady, she, as soon as we had a conversation this weekend, and, said, hey, you ready to get your kit yet? Because I know you were really talking about it and you was excited. You wanted to get the oils in your house. How can we get you started today? Well, my husband wrecked his car and we had to pay for that to get fixed. Well, your insurance is covering that, right? Nope, we had to pay the deductible. Okay. My next thing to her, and it may sound sassy, but I said, oh, your nails look really pretty. What color is that? She has long, pretty nails that she's getting done every 2 weeks. I don't know about you, but around here, getting nails done is anywhere between $40 and $50. Her hair was beautiful. It had highlights in it, freshly cut. And I'm not saying don't cut your hair. And I'm not saying don't color your hair and look pretty, because that makes us all feel wonderful. But $50 every 2 weeks, when you've got to get started, cost $165. She pays no less than $100 a month just for those two things to have in her life. And her designer purse that she was carrying she probably didn't need to carry a designer purse if you don't have $165 in it. And that's the way I look at expensive bags. I want more money in my bag than what it cost me to buy it. And if I don't have that, then I don't need those kind of things. I look at what it is that I have, how I can get more. Because when I was a single mother, I pinched Lincoln straight off the penny because I wanted bigger, better things for my son and I. And I was brand new into marketing. I didn't know any of this stuff. So when I see things on people, and I'm not judging them, I just see what their priorities are. And that's all that is. It's not judgment. It's just straight priority. If she didn't get her nails done for 60 days, and she took that money and invested it into herself and got her business pack started, what would her life look like next year? She could get her nails done every week if she wanted to. So four things that a mentor could do for you in your life. Number one, a mentor can help you get access to resources that you need, things that you don't even know about, things, tools, programs, people that you don't have access to until you go through that person to meet them. They can introduce you to new ideas. They can make you think bigger, or encourage you that the thoughts that you're having are not anybody else's. They're unique to you. You didn't have, let me start a business thought just out of the random blue, because not everybody thinks like that. That is an idea that came to you through your spirit that is designed for you. You just have to act on it because it's there waiting for you. And once you step through the door, other things open up to make that come true. Another thing mentor can do is they can connect you with amazing opportunities. Being with the coaches and mentors that I've had in my business has put me on stages, on very large stages that I couldn't get on had I stayed in my comfort zone. Getting out and doing the work and exposing myself and becoming an influencer has put me on stages like Ray Higdon. I have spoke on the same stage with Kim Garst and Tom Challen and Kim Challen and Angel Fletcher and Jeff Alterbirds and so many humongous leaders that I could not have gotten there had I stayed in my comfort zone. I had to go through that door. So a mentor literally changed my life. And another thing they can do is support you during challenging times when you're not quite in your own faith or your own belief just yet. They show you that it's possible. They encourage you to keep going. So having a mentor literally changed my life. It changed how I looked at business. It made me see things bigger, better ideas. And before, I would just look at things from the point of my checkbook, just like everybody else. I didn't do anything differently. I just moved forward scared, because I knew that if I put that money out there, then I had to do the work to get that money back. That was always my incentive, is if I'm going to spend my family's money, then I have to put it back in the checking account. So what I've seen so many people do is they quit their business because they didn't set themselves up like a business. They didn't get mentorship and put themselves around good people that could change the way they think and the path that they walk down. Trying to figure out some of this stuff on your own, it'll shut you down quick because you don't know where else to turn. And my favorite part about having a mentor is the people and the connections that I have had the privilege to be around, and new friendships, which means when you have new friendships, new people, means new ideas, new collaborations. I've got a podcast interview with my friend Soraya that I met because we were tweeting on Twitter. We found out we were in the exact same room at the exact same event, and at a break, we met each other, and we've been friends for the last 3 years because of uh, the things that we were doing was, like-minded. We were doing things that matched each other, and we connected. So the people I've met in my business have been priceless. Plus, I would have never met them had it not been for my business and the need of a mentor. Because I stepped out of my comfort zone and into that training room, there was the very first training room was 200 people, and I didn't know any of them. But by the time I left that weekend, I had all kinds of new friends. And now I've got people all across the United States. I've got them in Aruba. I have them in Canada and in Africa. And I know people everywhere, and it's all because of business. That may not excite you, and I get it. But I'm going to tell you, if you're in a business and you're not getting some kind of leadership, some kind of mentorship, maybe you and I need to jump on a 15-minute call and just see if what I have will work for you, or maybe the mentorship program that I have will work for you. Either way, would love to be able to see you get results, because life is so much more fun when you're doing what you're designed to do, and being around fun people instead of those that are dropping a dollar and complaining about every day at work. I've been with those people, and it's hard. It's depressing. So what I would like to give you is a access to me and my daily method of operation, and it will send you out a little guide that you can print off, and you can pick it up at Angela Brook, BROOK.com/DMO. Again, that is Angela Brook, BROOK.com/DMO. If you're in business and you're struggling and you want to get that up off the ground, let's chat. Let's see what we've got that we can connect to each other. And if not, no worries. I've met a new friend, and that's just as important as having another business opportunity. So you have an amazing day. This is Angela Brook from angelabrook.com, and I wish you all the best.